Courtney Morris, Natural Wellness Physiotherapy. Today we're talking about warming up the shoulders before we get into it. Whether you got overhead press, push jerk, or if you're just doing even some push-ups, or straight up basic stuff like that. Good sequence to warm up the shoulders. Again, our shoulders were made for mobility. There's a lot of areas that these things can go wrong, so we want to make sure that we're all stretched out. We're owning those corners of those ranges of motion. And on top of that, we have good activation of those muscles before we start. So the place I always tend to start, I start with the overhead band. I work this thing in a couple different ways, but I will spend a good minute on each side or more, working our way on both sides, scanning around in different positions in through there. Another one that I like to do after that is I like to use the bands. I do like some crossover symmetry type stuff. So as we're going through this, you'll kind of see as I'm trying to engage these muscles back here, is that a lot of times you'll get the cue just to like squeeze your shoulder blades together. Well, all that really recruits is upper trap, right? I'm really trying to go for those middle and those lower trap fibers. So I want to think about my two shoulder blades, and I want to think about taking them kind of down and back towards the middle of my back, setting that firm, stable shoulder rather than just squeezing them together. So I'll do a number of different things. Abduction this way. You can do some rows, some external rotation, and then even some press work in through here. And then you flip it around and you kind of do some of the same things, right? We're starting with that engaged shoulder. Another one I like to do to help me engage different parts of my shoulder, especially on a pull-up day, is like the reverse shrug. I will grab onto the bar. Let's grab on my and all I'm doing is creating my firm, stable, my braced core. And I'm just getting this little quarter of a pull. Up, pause for a second, and lower back down, right? I'm engaging that shoulder girdle before I get in there and add something more aggressive. At that point, I usually will start working on some overhead positions. I will get a light weight, kettlebell or dumbbell, either one is fine. And just working, 15 or 20, sometimes, maybe 2 or 3 sets of 10, just getting this overhead position, getting all those tissues warmed up, getting them ready to grab that ball and push something heavy over your head. So if you have questions, we'll link to other videos that we have that are similar to this. But if you have questions, drop them in the comments below. Until next time, Courtney Morris, Natural Wellness Physiotherapy.